Hello and welcome to UC Today. I'm Senior Editor Tom Wright, and I'm delighted to be joined by Michael from BCM One. How's it going, Michael?
Going good, Tom. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. And to start with, I wonder if you could talk through some of the challenges that businesses are facing while they're out and about looking for the right UCaaS solution for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we spend a lot of time talking with our customers, not only during the sale, but also after the sale, so that we can better understand and cultivate a real experience when it comes to finding the UCaaS solution that best fits their needs. And I think all the front end stuff is really easy. You go through a whiz bang demo, you get to see all these cool features, but at a certain point, they're about the same features from just about every provider. So what stood out in those conversations with our customers was more that day two experience, not just the upfront sales piece, but what is it like to live with the product? And I think at BCM One, that's where we really truly pride ourselves. And we've got a 89.1 net promoter score, which speaks volumes about how much we care about that day two experience, or making sure that their customers are able to live with the product, not just go through a demo and purchase it.
Yeah, and at BCM One, I think I'm right in saying you've got sort of two flavors of UCaaS targeted at slightly different audiences. Could you talk us through those two types and who you're looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have two different flavors. We've got UCaaS SMB, and then we've got UCaaS Enterprise. And I don't want the name to fool you because it's not based on the size of the organization, more along the features that most of the organizations of that size require. So on the UCaaS SMB side, it can scale up to 10,000 users, but really the product is primarily focused on migrating people who are living with an on-prem solution, perhaps with SIP trunking into it. But now they're finding that in this work from anywhere type environment that we live in, they need other features that that phone system just can't provide. Things like a mobile client, the ability to text or SMS, integrating fax into the entire equation, basic call center functionality. Those are really good fits for that for the SMB product. Now on the enterprise side, that is really a true experience where we've gone through and move different parts of our infrastructure around to be able to provide the highest quality experience for those users where voice is a business critical application.
Yeah, and it'd be good to get a bit of an understanding actually about how these two platforms are really helping customers, and also a little bit about how the channel kind of fits into your route to market as well.
Yeah, so I think that's a great question. Again, kind of as I was saying before, the UCaaS space is cluttered. It is littered with providers left and right. And that can be really hard, not only to just understand the features and functions that are available within a platform, but then to understand those intricacies. So at BCM One, with our partners, we take an absolute sell with approach. We don't expect them to be able to understand all of the behind the scenes work that goes through it. So we go through a UCaaS discovery questionnaire and help understand which side of the house that customer best fits on, and then align that with the agent to make it as easy as possible. From the end user experience, it's pretty much the same thing. We're just kind of taking the channel partner out of that equation, and we're talking directly with the customer to figure out what are you trying to do and how can we best serve you. Because we've got two platforms, we're really not a church looking for a wedding. We can actually sit down with our customers and make sure that we're putting them in the solution that best fits their needs.
Yeah, and I think it would be really interesting as well to talk about the two platforms sort of in the wider technology landscape. So, firstly, I think it's accepted that a lot of businesses will use more than one collaboration platform, and secondly, it needs to fit in with technology like SD-WAN as well. So, could you talk us through how BCM One can become part of this sort of wider infrastructure?
Yeah, so during the pandemic, Teams became like almost the de facto standard for how people collaborate. So on both sides of the house, the SMB and the enterprise side, we allow for complete Teams integration, which means you don't have to change that end user experience. But you can use the brains of the UCaaS system to help provide additional functionality. Again, whether that's things like SMS, MMS, analog paging devices, fax machines, etc., that really gives us the ability to go through that entire process. When it comes to integrating other technologies from our solution stack, I think that's where BCM truly becomes dangerous. So the more of these products and pieces that we can add, the more visibility that we get into the solution. And the reason why that's so important is because that level of visibility is unprecedented in the industry because we're providing the entire technology stack, gives us the ability to quickly troubleshoot and isolate which segment is causing an issue, and then quickly resolve that for our customers. We've also integrated SD-WAN into every single one of our UCaaS voice pops, which gives us the ability to do things like packet duplication to make sure that we can provide the highest quality experience over top of the internet in the most secure and optimized way possible.
Okay, and I've just got one final question for you, Michael. I'm hoping to put you on the spot a little bit here. Can you give us any
Okay.
sort of clues about? Can you give us any clues about what we can expect to see from BCM One over the coming months?
Yeah, and this is the part that I absolutely love about my job. So the engineering solutions is fantastic, but being able to listen to customers, listen to the market, and then release new features and products through the product marketing piece that we perform as well is absolutely phenomenal. So we've got two really big things coming down the pike. We've got a call center. It's actually really a contact center that uses AI and machine learning. It can detect voice inflection. So if a customer is upset about something, a supervisor can immediately get either a text or an email, a notification on their phone, on their desktop. They can barge in, they can save the call, they can listen to whatever's going on and help cultivate the experience that they want from their call center. It also records everything and then does voice transcription on it. So everything is completely searchable. If you've got a product like me, UCaaS One or perhaps SD-WAN, and you want to take a look at any time that's been referenced, you can go through in a simple text search and then go back and listen to those conversations to make sure that your brand is being represented the way that you want. So I absolutely love that piece. And then the second one that we're doing, which is equally as exciting, is a full business messaging solution. So the easiest way to explain this is, do you ever get one of those reminders from your dentist that says, hey, you've got an appointment coming up, press yes to accept. So things like auto replies, drip campaigns, being able to integrate and cultivate that experience into the UCaaS platform natively. These are all things that we're working on releasing here in just the next 3 months.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot going on, which is fantastic, and I hope we can speak as some of that comes to fruition. But in the meantime, Michael, it's been great to have you.
Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a quick like and social media, and we'll see you next time.